Welcome to the show, Shelton Wilder. How you doing?
I'm great. So happy to be here.
We made it happen.
Yes.
Okay, so let's dive in. One of the most interesting things that when we started talking is you
Yes.
have a $24 million listing.
I do. Yes.
What in the hell makes a $24 million listing a $24 million listing?
This is a very, very special house. First of all, it's only 8 blocks to the beach.
Yeah.
Right in Santa Monica. Mm-hmm. It's over 12,000 square feet
Okay.
on a half-acre lot.
Okay.
It has a 21-foot Fleetwood doors. I think they're the largest in the world, and they're automatic.
What's a Fleetwood door again? Is it the
It's just one of
sliders?
those sliders with the glass.
Okay.
And it's 21 feet
Oh
high.
my gosh.
But also, it's automatic. You push the button, or you tell the Josh AI system, open the doors.
So it has an AI system.
Oh, yeah. All
so
the
what does the AI system entail?
Oh, you just talk to Josh, and it will just do all the things
Is
for you in
Josh
the
an
house.
acronym?
Yeah. That's what it's called.
Is it an acronym though? Is it like
No, I think it's just the name. Maybe, I don't know. I just know it's Josh.
Okay.
And then it also has a retractable roof.
Yeah.
So it's like the skylight of the whole house opens up. And then it comes with 1 year of personal training.
Yeah.
So that was like
Yeah,
our thing
how
that
did
I'm
you-
going to throw in that. Yeah.
That's
My
incredible.
publicist
So
and I came up with that. So that was super smart.
what does that look like though? Like, does the trainer come to the house?
Yes,
or?
come to the house. Yeah, because there's a whole wellness center.
So
it's the wellness house.
This house, when someone buys it,
Yes.
$24 million, they
Yes.
have a personal trainer with the house.
Yes, my personal trainer, Brett Beck, will
Shout out.
come once a week for a year. He's amazing. He's the best. He was my trainer. He's the client that owns the house right now, their
Yeah.
trainer. So it's just kind of,
So
it
it's
was
like-
perfect. It came with the house. It has the Himalayan salt wall and the cold plunge and then
Jeez.
the hot sauna, cold sauna. I mean, it has everything. The gym is sick.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
it's
I watched the
gorgeous.
video. Was that in the video?
Yeah.
The Himalayan sea salt wall and all that? all
Oh,
that good stuff?
yeah. It's gorgeous.
My goodness gracious. So
Yeah.
location, both where it's located, which is Santa Monica,
Santa Monica.
and by the beach, 8 blocks.
Yep.
Space,
Huge. 7 bedrooms, 12 baths.
and just just perfect condition.
It is mint perfect. Yes.
And also, it's coming with a personal trainer. It has an AI system.
Yeah, all the things.
And is there, okay, so that, to me, that says $23 million house.
Yeah.
Is there anything else?
Super private, all
Okay. That's,
gated. Yeah.
oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Is it the large?
Oh, and they added a koi pond. It's really beautiful. Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Is this the largest listing you've ever had?
No, it's not the largest
What?
listing I've ever had. No.
What's the largest?
I had one in Santa Barbara for 32 million. And then I had one in Vancouver for 26 million. I'm like the marketing agent, but it's also my
How are you
listing
finding
with-
clients who have $25 million plus dollar houses?
well, just we live in LA.
Yeah.
It's that. There's just like a different level, but
Yeah.
I love these clients I'm working with. I always love all of my clients. I'm
Absolutely.
very
No,
close
absolutely.
with them, and it's way more important to me than just like a transaction. I mean, I'm a lifer. I'm # realtor for life.
right.
So I'm like part of the fam.
Well, that's the best way to be in business.
Yeah,
Why
yeah.
do it if you're not going to like create relationships and grow with people?
That's all I want to do. That's
That's
my
amazing.
most favorite part of it.
So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing real estate?
So I just completed my 7th year in real estate.
And how's it? I mean, I can tell it's going pretty swimmingly, but
It's going well.
what are
It's
some of the
going-
highlights? What are some of like walk
some
me through it.
Highlights? Okay, well, I guess I would say my biggest highlight was last year, 2022. I was in the 2023 top 100 agents in all of LA, and there's 26,000. So that was a huge achievement and accomplishment that I had been really, really working towards. So that was
Congratulations.
amazing. Thank you. I was very proud. We sold a little over 150 million.
Jeez.
Yeah, so that was great.
So let me ask you this, because everyone says they're like, and this is just like a funny side question,
Mm-hmm.
but everyone's like, I'm a top producing agent, right? Like people just somewhat overuse it. Clearly,
Top
with
agent.
150 million sold, you were a top 100
Yes.
in LA. What are people drawing the curriculum for this top agent stuff? Like, what is that, or is it just fluff?
Oh, well, I mean, if you look at the broke agent, that's like my favorite. I
Yeah.
love this guy.
Yeah.
It's just like a top producer, I don't know. I don't think I say that.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you need to say that
Right.
if you are, but
But
I
why?
don't know.
How are people coming up with this criteria for top agent though?
I maybe it's per office.
Yeah.
Like if they're the top agent in
Yeah.
their particular office,
Yeah.
that could be one way, or within their brokerage,
Right.
possibly.
So it's
I don't know,
really,
maybe
it's
they
really
make
a
it-
loose kind of like, okay, I'm in a brokerage with 3 people. I'm a top producer here. Like, oh, nailed it.
Number one.
But if you're doing 180 million in sales, 150. So I thought you
Yes.
said 58. 150 million in sales last
Yes.
year. You top 100 in all of LA.
Yes.
That's insane.
That was it. Yes.
What number of 100?
I was on the ratings, it said 95,
Let's
but
go.
it was reported wrong.
Yeah.
And so I would
You
have
heard it
been.
here first.
I know. I would have been. I think I did the math. I would have been number 67.
67. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, so
that's
it doesn't matter.
incredible.
It's great. Top. I
Not-
was very
it's-
proud.
Let's like put it in perspective though. You're in LA. You've got TV shows. Like
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah,
agency,
yeah.
you got
Yes,
selling
yes.
selling not Sunset, but selling Beverly Hills. Like
Yep.
you've got TV show agents over there, and you're kicking some ass.
Well, I feel very proud, and I have this incredible team. I love everybody that I work with.
Your team. So is it your team?
Yes.
And how many on your team?
So there are 5 agents and myself, and then so it's 11 total of like all of us that I include.
Okay.
Yeah.
What so I always hear that like I'm on a team. I'm on a team. I'm on
Yeah.
a team. What does
I'm
that
the team
What
lead.
does it mean? Like what is it when someone's on your team? What does that mean? So I know they're
Okay.
obviously selling real estate.
Yes.
They're working under you, and there's
Yes.
probably a commission split. But like, what does that mean? Do you like get that? Are you doing their marketing that kind of
Yes.
comes through you, and then you funnel out the leads,
Yes.
and then you take the got it.
Yes. Well, it's not even as much about the leads as it's about like the structure
Sure.
of everything to do with real estate. Like
Okay.
we make it so it's just completely turnkey. You just come on in, we help you do every single thing.
Right.
Like and all of the agents I've worked with have been new agents.
Right.
And then they've just trained with me. We've shown them the ropes, done every single thing for them, helped them so they won't make mistakes.
Right. 'Cause-
Yeah. And we give them the social media post to post. They can post all of my sales. We post each other's sales. It's
Right.
very, yeah.
It's a network. You guys help each other
and,
out.
and it's fun. It's like, real estate's a lonely business.
Yeah.
I mean, if I didn't have my team, I wouldn't want to do real estate. I mean, no way. It would be so not fun. I mean, I'm doing, I want to enjoy what I do. And
No,
like, I love
absolutely.
going to work. I love meeting, I love the girls. We're like a whole little family.
Yeah. No, that's super. That sounds fun. And I think,
Yes.
I mean, the like little tidbit for anybody in any business, like mentorship is always going to be the biggest leg up you can ever have. So by joining a team with someone who's kicking ass like you
Yeah.
are, I think you're instantly providing them some framework for how to win.
Oh, completely. Yeah. Because I think when I started and I knew I wanted to have a team.
Yeah.
So I never joined a team.
Yeah.
I was very sensitive about that because
Yeah.
I didn't want to join a team and leave.
Yeah.
Because that can be hurtful. I can be sensitive.
You
yeah.
recognize yourself enough to be
Yes.
like, okay, I know I'm going to do my own thing.
Yes.
And if I spend all this time here, it's just going to be painful.
Yeah, I don't. But also, I didn't want to do that, and then someone be like, "Oh, well, she's successful because this," or so there's that element. But also, it's like I just didn't want to go take all the tips and tricks from someone else, and
Sure.
then they're like,
Yeah,
leave
yeah.
it. It's
Well, how did you learn that?
I cried every day. Come on, first 2 years. It was like painful.
I can't imagine.
Yeah, but it's entrepreneurship. I mean, I knew I wanted to. I didn't treat it like being an agent. Some agents just like, oh, good, I'm going to have a sale and I'm going to take a vacation.
Right.
And, kick back.
I can't do that.
I can't.
I can't
I'm
do
a
that.
workaholic.
Yeah.
I put all my energy into this. And
Yep.
so I knew I was going to do that. And so I just had to learn. But there's no really quick way around it except for being on a team.
Absolutely.
Because there was no, I had different brokerages and I had coaches along the way that were amazing and helpful, but
Yeah.
it was a lot of tears.
Yeah, no, I understand. I think
Yeah.
so similarly, like I learned some stuff about what I do at a company, but I didn't learn anything about business. I did it all myself. So
Yeah.
a lot of pain, a lot of like, am I doing this right? Am I doing this? Do I even want to do this? I'm going to do something else. Like shiny object, and then you come back to it and you're like, okay, cool. But once you get focused,
Yeah.
it's kind of cool. And to your point, that whole like spending time, like learning from other people, like on the team, I kind of felt like that about jobs because I was like, I don't want to grow any further in this because I know I'm leaving. Like there's not a chance I'm staying.
Yeah, and I want to be fair to other people.
100%.
I think that's really the thing. I'm like the
100%.
fair police over
100%.
here.
Yeah.
And so I don't want to ever, feel like it's like taking advantage or anything. So that was an important part. And then also I had 2 businesses that failed.
Yeah.
But like I always think that was, learning.
It is learning.
Lessons.
It is learning.
So I knew that I wanted to treat this like a business,
Yes.
and I was going to be the CEO, and
Yes.
it wasn't just going to be, like, oh, I'm just an agent. And
Yeah.
No, I wanted to grow into something.
You knew
Yeah.
from the beginning it was going to be a team-oriented business,
Yes.
not just a single agent. You're going to be an organization.
Yeah, always.
Which is amazing. And I think there's a couple things we can take from that. When you... the fair police. So speaking the same thing,
Literally.
I was the same way. And I'll say this, if you're going to work for someone else and you're going to do your own thing eventually, A, be transparent, and B, create a win-win. Hey, I don't see myself in this forever. I got maybe 3 years, but for those 3 years, I'll develop this position for you and I'll train the next person.
Yeah, that's
Bet.
great.
Come on.
Perfect. I have an assistant right now. She is one of my favorite people. I love her so much.
Yeah.
She gave us a 1.5 year notice.
Okay.
She's
That's
going.
incredible.
I've never heard of that. She's
Yeah.
30. She's amazing. She's like my little sister.
Yeah.
And she's going to go to nursing school.
Yep.
What am I going to say? No?
Yeah.
I'm so excited for her. I'm happy for her.
Yeah.
But she gave me all that time and all that notice, and I still have another year with her. Yay. Yeah. But then she's going to train the next person.
But it's great because you can start the process of the next
Yes.
person. And you're not going to be
There's no
shit out
bad
of luck.
feelings.
Yeah, it's
We
perfect.
love each other. It's great. So
That's super
it's
cool.
kind of, that, like you were saying, the win-win part of it.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. Okay, all the way back to the $23.5 million listing, right?
Yes.
I want to make sure I get that right.
Oh, yes. Don't leave out the 0.5.
How do you go about marketing a property that size? And this is a multifaceted. So,
Okay.
A, do you spend a lot more money doing it? Mm-hmm. B,
Yes.
do you? But I want in-depth answers. Okay, no yes or no's.
Okay.
You spend a lot more doing it. Do you have to do it uniquely? Meaning, like you're thinking outside of the box, like the trainer.
Yes.
And just give me any other insights because I think it's so fascinating. A $23.5 million listings, people won't see that in their life. 99.9% of agents won't see that in their lifetime, in their career. So
Yes.
what do you do differently?
Okay. So I joined Christie's,
Okay.
the AKG,
Okay.
with Aaron Kerman this year, and
Okay.
I am so happy that I did.
Okay.
It's been a great process, and I'm thrilled. And these listings are kind of all the time for them.
Sure.
And so I love that part
Yeah.
because I wanted to level myself up.
Yeah.
And be really not just like say I'm a luxury agent,
Yeah.
but be
That bit-
one.
be it.
Yeah.
Not say it, but live it.
But
Yeah.
live it. And this is kind of like second nature to them, and so it was nice to be around players like that.
So
And-
your
and-
surroundings.
Oh yeah. Oh, and this is my other thing too is that I do not have an ego. Like it was smashed. It was annihilated.
Yeah.
When I say like when I got sober,
Yeah.
over 14 years ago.
Okay.
I mean, it was I don't even call it humble pie. I call it a humble crepe, like the thinnest little layer. There was nothing. It was
Yeah.
all taken away. So for me, I was the number one producer in my office.
Right.
And to me, being only 6 years in, I thought, well, that can't be right.
Yeah.
I
There's got to be somebody better than me.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
are. So I wanted to be around the best and
Right.
other people doing a lot more than me that I can keep learning.
Absolutely.
Because it's not like I'm like, me, look at me, I'm
Sure.
the best, I'm number one.
Well, it's
like,
not the way to grow.
No.
How are you supposed to be any better than you
No.
are if you're the best in your pond? It's like
Yeah.
the pond versus the ocean, right?
Yeah, big
Big fish, small
Yeah,
pond,
No,
it's not gonna work.
No, yeah. I mean, that's why I moved. 17 years ago. Like from the South. I wanted to be here. I want to be doing more. So it was just like, okay, I'm going to be around other agents that are crushing.
Right, yeah.
And then I can look up to and ask questions. And so that's me wanting to learn, grow, always be better.
100%.
And so that happened. And then so excited because AKG Christie's just started working with Society Group, the publicist.
Okay.
And they are unbelievable. They really helped me, worked with me on this. And this was, they just started with AKG, and it's just been an incredible experience.
And what's
I have
that
to say.
partnership looking like?
It's
So a
it's-
publicist group, publishing group. How do you say that? Publicist
They're
group.
publicists.
Publicist.
Yeah,
group.
PR.
PR. But I was like, the word is in English. It's publishing, publish. I don't know.
They're the publicists.
publicist. So how does that work, and why is that strategically important?
Well, it was very strategically important because as soon as I, got the listing
Yeah.
and got it signed, then
Yeah.
I called the marketing marketing guy,
Yeah.
and I was like, okay, well, we have this. What are we gonna do? He's like, oh, call Alexander right now.
Yeah.
Alexander and Erin,
Yeah.
Erin, the other gal. That's
Female
at
Erin, yeah.
the society group, and the two of them are simpatico. They're amazing. They have great ideas, and they just like pounced on it,
amazing.
and it was just within less than a week that they, like within a day, they secured Wall Street Journal, which is Wall Street Journal will not feature your home unless you are the number, like they're
picky. They're super picky.
Well, but they have to launch it. So we were going to launch the listing a week before,
Okay.
but they were like, no, we have to do the article. And I was like, oh, whatever you
Wait.
need. And they have to have the client's names. We interview with my client,
Yep.
which was just so amazing.
Yeah, it's
we
fun.
did a Zoom. It was great. And also my client only said yes because it was the Wall Street Journal.
Sure.
They weren't just going to do like
For
any
anything,
random,
like LA Weekly
No,
Real
no.
Estate Magazine.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
It was that's the Mecca.
big time.
Yeah, it's the top.
Yeah.
And actually today is the Friday. We made it into the actual paper, like
Let's
the
go.
mansions part. Yeah,
That's
so
super
I
cool.
can't wait. I'm gonna get the paper, I'm gonna keep it,
That's so cool.
Yeah. And so it was, online and then on their Instagram and now
Sure.
in the actual paper.
Got it.
And my dad was like, oh, I read that every week. It's my favorite. It's
Yeah.
people's favorite.
Yeah.
So and then it'll get picked up by other sources now.
Yeah.
And so that's just like a huge way to launch such a big listing. So yeah, that part is exciting. And then we do all the filming. I had multiple photographers come out.
Yeah.
I did multiple days. I just
Right.
wanted to make sure they're perfect.
Right.
There were a few shots I didn't like. We redid them. I mean, it was like, yeah.
Yeah.
There's no just like, well, maybe it looks fine.
Sure.
No.
Sure.
I did the first round of photos. Of like, oh, I don't like how this room looks or this bathroom or that. Yeah, you just have to go back
So,
and we restaged flowers. We made sure it was perfect. Like I spent so much time there.
So to be specific, the marketing differs in the sense that like you have publicists literally putting it in big time magazines.
Yes.
And then you also have multiple creatives creating different content for you so that it's perfectly highlighted. And then just a step before that wasn't so much about the marketing, but like about your mindset and about being being around players who are just huge.
Yes. I love that.
Which is the
too.
only way to get
Yes,
bigger.
and I love being. I mean, also I am an agent's agent.
Sure.
I mean, I'm obsessed with agents.
Yeah.
And I always have been since I started. I would
Yeah.
like research. I started following everybody on Instagram, and I would like Google them and be, oh, this is the big player. This is who this is, and. I will tell you one thing that I did when I started. But I'm Southern,
Okay.
and so I have this, positive and friendly, bubbly personality.
You don't say.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, maybe. But I think that worked really to my advantage as, in LA, people can be like a little standoffish or cool for school. And I'm just like, hey, y'all,
I'm
like
here, hi.
busting in. And so I, like before I'd, what my husband Clark loves to call it. He's like, before you could even afford to pay attention. It was true. Like I had nothing. I was just like, but I have nice clothes because I was a fashion stylist, and I have, and I present, and I would just go to people's open houses on Caravan
Right.
and the whole thing, and I would compliment the agents and say, oh my God, wow, congratulations. This is such a gorgeous listing, and always just be thoughtful, kind, and complimentary to them. I mean, it's a big deal to get a listing.
Yes.
I mean, to have someone trust you with their biggest asset, it's a huge deal.
Absolutely.
And these guys are doing great. And I don't think they were really used to people just like, say, wow, congratulations, this is so
Getting
beautiful.
some acknowledgement for
Yes,
what
they're
their
just
work they're
walking
doing.
it, and then also thanking them for having me.
Yeah.
People just kind of like come in, and
Which is
can
a
be-
big deal because the agents spend money on these open
Oh.
houses. Like
Oh,
all
yeah.
of our clients spend, like they have like parties, like beverages, food,
Oh,
music. It's like real. It's like a real thing.
Yeah, it's a real event.
That's investment.
Yes, an investment event.
So to
and-
thank people for having them is like,
Yeah, and then to be just respectful
Right.
too. And if I ever want to take photos, I'd be like, oh, is it okay?
Right.
I'm just not going to go rogue and just take photos and then not give photo credits
sure.
or anything
For
like
sure.
that. So
Yeah.
was very sensitive about that. Yeah.
that's good though.
Yeah,
So you
and-
just made a whole bunch of friends in the industry. I'm sure that's helped you.
I definitely, because I also, and when we're in deals or when I'm doing showings, it's just like being polite and kind and
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
just kind of basics.
Be
but
like a good person.
I don't know if it's that basic because
Right.
sometimes people are not I don't know. It's just
I understand.
I want to be the way
It can be a cold world, but
Yeah.
you're going to be the light in the world.
I'm gonna. That's what we're trying.
That's pretty much it. So you said something like way back in that answer, because that
Okay.
was a very in-depth answer, and thank you.
Yes, very
So you said
in-depth.
something way back in that answer, and you said you got sober 14 years ago?
Yes.
So that's a huge deal.
Yes. Huge deal.
So what happened? Like, walk me
Oh.
through that.
Oh gosh, it was something else.
Was it?
Well, it's coming up on 15 years that I declared bankruptcy.
Okay. Oh, so those go hand in hand?
Oh, very much go
Okay.
hand in hand. So it was the shame of the bankruptcy
Mm-hmm.
and all the things, because basically what happened is, like I said, I had multiple businesses before.
Yeah.
And I had a clothing line called Sheltini that I
Sheltini.
had started. Yes. And then I had a luxury lifestyle management company. And so basically I was doing a Ponzi scheme on myself. So I was like taking money from my successful business and then
putting it
using it
into
to
the
start
bad
my clothing line. And so, and it was just this whole process. And I was going through it and I was like, it's fine, it's going to work. I'm going to be the next Sarah Blakely from Spanx. It's crushing, I'm doing great. And then we got in a lot of stores and we were doing, and then just the drinking it was a lot. And then it went hand in hand, and then the money was going down, and then 2008 and 9 happened.
Oh,
So
no.
at least when I filed bankruptcy, at least I wasn't like the...
You weren't the only one.
No, I was definitely not the only one. It was like out of the blue. It was like a lot of people. It was just, not going great. But still, it was just, it was not great. And then for the next months after that, it was really sad.
Yeah.
So it was really before social media too. Thank God.
Yeah, that's-
'Cause I don't know if I would have a career.
I don't know if I would have made it.
I don't know if I would have a career at all. But yeah, so things just were getting worse and worse and worse. And then finally, October 22nd, 2009, my friends, I lived on the canals with 2 other girls.
Okay.
And my friends, we thought I was having a house meeting.
Oh,
Like
no.
we were going to talk about who takes out the trash. No. I came down with my dress on backwards, and then we'd start having our little house meeting. But it was really my intervention.
Oh.
So, but thank God for that. I call the girls every year and thank them and say, oh my God, you were so brave, because I was kind of scary. I was kind
Yeah.
of a scary girl.
Yeah.
And they did. And I had like a white light experience
That's
almost.
amazing.
Yeah.
That's thank God for those friends. Like,
Yes. Honestly.
yeah, that's not easy to do,
No.
and you risk your friendship when you do that.
1,000,000%. Yeah.
And I know, because I lost a friend doing it. Yeah, I was like, we're doing the right thing, and it just blew up. And it is what it is, but it's
Yeah.
hard to do. Speaking firsthand, it's like,
Yeah.
you're lucky to have those friends who would stick up for you, and
Yeah.
Really-
and love me that much.
that it's
Yeah.
it's really hard.
It's
to do.
really hard.
And good on you for taking it and being like, okay, let's get
Yeah.
it together.
Yeah.
But did you know in your heart that you had a problem
Oh
too?
yeah. Oh, 100%. Oh yeah. I mean, I would like do the journal with the wine, and I could never like read the end of it. Just,
It starts, and then it
starts, and then you're like,
just-
oh, what does that say? Nope, we'll never read that again. But yeah, so I had prayed the night before, and I knew it was wrong. I knew I had a problem.
Yeah.
And I drink every day from 18 to 30. Every day. My motto was, I hate quitters.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
It was like crazy.
Oh, man.
So anyway, yeah, ever since then, I never have had
That's
a drink
amazing.
since. Yeah.
And how's life since
Unreal.
post like drinking?
Oh, it was great. I mean, first 2 years, cried every day.
Yeah.
Cried every day.
Yeah, yeah.
But I had to like start having feelings.
Yeah.
I had been
You've been suppressing everything for so long.
a long time.
You're like, I feel uncomfortable. Let's just drink.
Yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, it was just It was.
Well, everybody does
always.
that though. Even
Yeah.
if they don't have like a drinking problem per se, we all bottle something up and have a little with our glass of wine.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, it was for a long time that I did that. So
Yeah.
it was good. And I was melting, and I'm just so grateful. And I met my husband. He's sober. Yeah. We're both class of 09.
Was he sober? Is he sober with you, or was he sober?
No, we just met.
Okay. That's
and
so cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What? See,
And
God's plan. You just
God's
gotta
plan?
go with what
Yeah.
you're supposed to do, and it'll all work out.
It is, and he's amazing, and we have our 2 kids.
That's cool.
Yeah, and
That's
then
super cool.
I and early, of us being together, I was cast on Shark Tank.
I was gonna say,
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
so we went down the entrepreneurial path before,
Yeah, I did.
and I was gonna
When
ask
I
you
was
about
drinking.
yes. So I was gonna
Yes.
ask you about Shark Tank. So walk me through that. I have 2 questions specifically.
Yes.
Which product was it for? 3 questions.
Okay.
Which product was it for?
Yep.
What was the experience like?
Okay.
And what was the outcome?
Okay, got it. So first thing, I reinvented Sheltini.
Okay.
And I called it Shimmy.
Shimmy.
Because Sheltini was like my martini that,
Sure.
that I named
You're like,
her. I
I'm
was
done with
I think we
Sheltinis.
need So
No
it
more
was-
Sheltinis.
Yeah, we're done with her. So Shimmy, and it's an amazing product. I still wear it almost every day.
Okay.
So it's basically like a little cami and a slip, and we were like, when do we give the slip? It was just, women used to wear slips every day, and all these clothes now were sheer, and
Okay.
you didn't
Yeah.
want to be naked walking around. So
Sure.
and I was a fashion stylist, so that's why I kind of came up with it, but it was
Right.
not tight
Okay.
like a Spanx, like suck you in. It was not like
Right.
that. It was different.
Okay.
And then I had one that was like a little shorts.
Okay.
And we call it the paparazzi protector.
Okay.
So it's like, like when you're getting out of the car, you're like looking, yeah. So,
Oh,
no accidents.
No accidents there.
No.
Not with the
Brittany.
paparazzi protector.
No.
So how
you're-
did you market
you're
it on the
covered.
show?
Oh, so, I had my models there. I went out there. I did it. I showed the product, and it went really well. The beginning, I nailed it, and then being on the show was just, it was crazy. I was out there for like an hour and 10 minutes.
Oh, no.
And then they edited it down to, I guess, 12 minutes.
Sure.
And it was so dramatic. I mean, it was so dramatic.
Yeah.
They caught me like crying. I said I was sober.
Yeah.
I said I went bankrupt, and this is when I couldn't talk about it that
Right.
freely. I mean,
Yeah.
I was so. I mean,
Well,
I
how'd
was,
they get you to? Why did you open up? Were you just trying to plead a case, make a case for the product, or
Oh,
was
it
like?
was more of like the producer right before I went on.
Yeah.
I shared that I was, and so I think they were probing to get the. I mean, it's TV.
It's TV. It's TV.
It's TV.
It's what you sign up for.
I signed up for
At least
it.
a little bit.
Oh my gosh! And then the craziest is at the end.
Yeah.
They have you sit with a therapist because they're like so worried about you. Like
They
You have
they
to
do
go-
that for everybody.
I don't know, but for me, I had to sit in a room.
Wait, so what happened? So you were there on stage for
therapist.
that's wild.
Oh yeah, for that long of a time.
So Shark Tank,
Yeah.
if they think
It-
you're about to break on camera,
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
like, okay,
Oh,
bring the therapist in.
Oh no! Like when you're done,
Right,
But
that's what I'm
but it
saying,
was-
like, you exit right to the,
But
"So
then
how
they
are you
really
feeling?"
wanted to make sure that I said yes, that I will,
See
like that they can air it. They wanted me,
Oh.
yeah, because they were like, oh, this is a good episode.
damn.
But I mean, it's fine. It's what.
So
it's
they
what I
didn't
signed up.
invest.
They did not invest.
But what
Oh,
were they
absolutely.
trying to? Were they picking you apart up there? or
Oh, yeah. Oh,
like
for
what
sure.
were their?
But like a lot of stuff that they aired, they didn't talk. They didn't show any of the stuff that
Right.
It didn't seem like I knew what I was talking about.
They
as
made
much,
you
but-
look dumb.
A little bit, but
Okay.
it's fine.
Okay.
Who cares? It was a great experience. It was a huge experience. It was, only the 4th season. And now it's
new.
like huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was still new and it was great. And then they put me on the same episode as Scrub Daddy, which is like the most successful.
Oh
thing ever.
no!
So
Shout out
they've
Scrub
played-
Daddy.
No, they've literally played it, hundreds of times. And then over the 10, 11 year, whatever, I'll get like a million friend requests and I'll be like, oh, my episode must be playing somewhere
That's
in the world.
incredible.
Yeah.
Talk about like
But I have like super fans that have like followed me since
that's really
Shark
cool.
Tank, and they'll be like, "We're so proud of you. You're doing so great. You're still sober."
Wait,
I'm like,
that's
"Yeah,
so cool.
It's really cute." So it's fine.
I want to be on TV
Yeah.
in some capacity.
I mean, it's
such a marketing
course.
play.
Of course.
I'm just like whatever.
Listen, I was summa cum laude at Georgia in business marketing. I mean, I'm a marketing girl.
Yeah.
I basically own a marketing company. That's what real estate is.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing. That's
Yeah.
why I do all of these things.
Yeah.
It's like for my clients, for my business,
Yeah.
for my agents.
Yep.
I mean, so the houses get sold, so the agents see and come bring their buyers.
Right.
And I mean,
Yeah.
that's what it's for.
Absolutely.
So I mean, yeah.
I mean,
I knew what I was.
And the bigger the personal brand, the more opportunity you have. I was like before the family,
Mm-hmm.
like maybe 4 or 5 years ago, I was like actively trying to get slightly recruited. So married by
Yeah.
mom and dad, I was recruited. They they're like, you got to sign up. You've got it. You got the personality. You have
Yeah.
the social media. I was like, okay. Got to like the semifinals of that show.
Which show?
It was this was a small one. Married by Mom and Dad is what it was called. I think it was like an A&E reality
Oh,
show.
yeah.
It didn't have legs clearly, but then I think like a year later, this is 2019.
Yeah.
I was a semifinalist for Big Brother.
Oh,
Big Brother. So I did 3 interviews. On the 3rd interview, it was like, this is your last interview before we pitch you to the producers. And I was like, yes. But I didn't get pitched to the producers.
Oh,
but it's all good because you never know.
But
like,
it's fun just to like go through the process.
Oh, it's so cool.
I think it's great. I think it's an honor to go through the process.
Absolutely.
So everybody's been like, oh my gosh, it's bad. And Mr. Wonderful was so mean. I'm like, that's his job.
Yeah, they're like, that's their
literally
roles.
his job to be savage.
Yeah, it's his role for the show.
Yes.
So
I was like, whatever. And like, the truth is that I've watched my episode one time when it aired.
Okay.
That's it. And like people will be like, "Oh, it came on again." I'm like, "No," I don't watch the show.
You don't need to watch it
'Cause
again. You lived it.
Yeah, I was there. I've seen it one time. That was enough. But now they're posting it on TikTok, like little clips, like
yeah,
how
Shark Tank is.
Yes.
Smart.
And so people are sending them to me, and then I know my social media manager Natalie, who's the best. She's like, "Okay, we have to duet it." And
Yes,
I'm like,
you
"Oh
have to.
no!" And
You have to.
And she's like, no. We like so beginning of the year I'm going to do it because then people see like, oh, okay, she's been on.
That's who that is.
Yeah.
Plus,
there
plus
she
you're a
is.
success story.
Yeah, it's a total
Everybody
success
likes a
story.
success story.
But Barbara Corcoran was not on my show. She would have loved me, I think.
You think if there was a different shark when you were there?
I don't know. I mean, it was because it was for like a different kind of product. I wasn't doing real estate,
right?
But I know.
But you thinking
would
like
vibe.
maybe if there was a different shark
would
at
get
that
along.
time,
Yeah,
you would
I
have had a
love
better
her.
shot. I think that could be absolutely true.
She's a queen. I love her.
Absolutely
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, I want to meet her.
How freaking cool. Okay, so let's talk social media.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk. So I want to talk a bit. I checked your pages. They're cracking off. You're doing a great job.
Yay, we're doing great.
You've got fun content. You've
Yes.
got really like personable. Like this lady, this woman, this I was gonna say girl. What did I didn't even say?
I'm a girl.
This girl is funny.
This girl. I like to be funny. I like to bring out my personality.
Yeah.
I feel like in the beginning when I did social media for real estate, I was way more serious.
Okay.
Because I wanted to be taken seriously.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm serious. But in my heart, I mean, I'm fun.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like a funny girl. I even did stand up.
Yeah.
You know, just to like
Yeah.
prove I could do it. I just love to laugh.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the oldest of there's 6 kids.
Okay.
There's like, you know, so it's survival of the fittest in my
That's
house.
right. That's right.
Yes, we're wild over there, and so, but that can really start to come out now.
Yeah.
You know, now that I've been successful, and then the numbers show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
There's
feel
a-
like that's can
But
be.
there's a way to talk about serious things in a funny way, and I think that that's what you do. You're like, I talk about business in like a very funny, like my way.
Yes, and also self-deprecating. Like,
Yeah,
I
be real.
cannot-
Laugh at yourself a little bit.
I cannot try to take myself so seriously.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
it's just like, you know, it's not open heart surgery.
No.
We're selling homes. It's very important.
Have fun.
But you have to bring eyeballs.
Yeah, absolutely.
You have to have fun. We were just talking before.
Yeah.
And I was laughing. I'm like, the reels that do the best on my Instagram are these silly TikTok Instagram trends that Natalie will get. And I'm like, oh my God, this seems so. And I'm like, I'm 45 years old. I am literally doing like a dance.
But it works.
And I know. It's like 5 seconds.
And the coolest thing
Yes.
is like, yeah, you showed this to me, and the title is like real estate based. So
Yes, it's
like,
always real estate
It
based.
just
Yes.
makes sense. Like,
Yes.
I always tell clients like, just there should be like a blend
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
blend of content, and that the trends, as much as people talk shit on it, whatever they want to say, they work. So why not just
Yes.
fit what you're doing into the trend and
And
call it a day?
always. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it's fun. And
Yeah.
they make me laugh. I mean, I promise you that the reason I love Natalie, my social media, we've been together 3 years.
Yeah.
Like, I love her so much. And she's a giggle box.
Yeah.
Like, like my mom used to say, she'd be like, oh, you got to get a good audience. Just you got to have a great audience. And I was
Yeah.
like, okay. And it's her.
Yeah.
She is the most fun audience. She's
Yep.
like filming me, dying laughing like I'm the funniest person alive. And it makes you have a good time.
Yeah.
Like, and that translates in the
Absolutely.
post.
Absolutely.
You can tell that we're laughing and
Yeah. And there's not like one way to go with it, but
No.
I think that element, like Katie Catania does that well too. Katie Catania, she's so funny with her content.
she's very exactly.
And it's like, it's just, if it works for you and you're having a good time,
Yeah.
like get it done. But there's different ways, like Brock and Lori, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Like I love them. You will not catch them doing a trend. You will not catch them. But their content is so fun and playful.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's fun to them in a different way.
Well, the two of them, they have the best
So
dynamic.
good.
I love them.
It's so good.
Yeah, and so they're like, they're close friends. Katie's a friend. I mean, all Tay is a friend.
Right.
I mean, that is so important.
Absolutely.
Because you want to get along, and it's good to see what everybody's always doing.
Yeah,
you know, it's like
absolutely.
interesting, and
Hell
you have
yeah.
your own take on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like my Wilder Wednesdays, 7 years.
Yeah, so
not
walk
missed a
me
week.
through that. Walk me through that. Wilder Wednesdays.
Wilder Wednesdays, they have gone through many phases
Okay.
because literally
It's always changing.
it is
Social media is always changing.
7 years
Yeah.
of every week.
Okay.
So 52 times 7
Jeez.
that I've done videos. Plus other videos too, but I mean, and they've changed over time. You know, now I do a lot of highlighting women, highlighting businesses, highlighting things that I think are important.
Yeah.
I mean, for a long time it was more like market trends. For a long time it would be like, what's escrow? What's title?
Sure.
You know, and then I've kind of moved on from that. That was kind of my first 3 years
Yep.
of doing the content.
Yep.
We talked about
Yeah,
that
we
the
talked
other
about
day.
where like
Yeah.
you're like, I've already made this video.
Yeah, I've made
Or
the
I've already
video.
made like the educational stuff.
The
You went
educational
through it
stuff.
all. The
Yeah.
encyclopedia of real estate's gone. It's done.
I did it. And so you never know. Maybe it'll come back again that I'd want to do it again. Like
I
we
mean, there's
talked about.
always
But
space for,
yeah.
you just do it in a different way.
It's just been, and then we come up with these funny ones. Like this last year, we did this thing called Sweet Ones.
Sweet ones.
And so it was kind of a takeoff of like, the people, the
hot
celebrities,
ones. Okay.
We called it Sweet ones. And so, but it would be just sweet, but disgusting
Like what?
things. Like bugs.
Sweet bugs? Like
roaches?
candied bugs?
No, like they would put ice cream with like bugs and roaches and crickets
Like
and
they found?
chocolate crickets and
Oh, okay, my gosh.
I mean, it was horrible. And so if I got the question wrong, then I would have to eat it.
You have to
and
eat
I would
the chocolate-covered cockroach?
Eat the bugs and eat the. I mean, it was gag. I mean, it was horrible.
That's rough.
Yeah. So
How did that do though?
those did great. People love seeing them. And you know who loves them the most are my kids.
Aw.
So my 7, Lane, and 10-year-old Bo, and I have them on my little show a lot.
That's amazing.
I love having them on. They are so funny, and I just get a kick out of it. People love seeing them.
I
you
can't
know?
wait to. I mean, it's so
Yeah.
fun because
yeah.
like my friends, the Accardos, I don't
yeah,
the
yeah.
Accardos, they
Of
put
course.
their kids. They're so funny.
Love.
Their youngest son is so freaking
He's
cute.
so cute. Oh
and
my
I'm like,
gosh.
I can't wait for my daughter to get old enough.
Yeah.
Like I think like I have a friend with almost a 3-year-old, and he talks just enough. Like I think it's
Yeah.
the perfect amount. So it was like as soon as she's like 2.5,
Yeah,
I'm like,
just-
you're hopping in that chair.
Hop, yeah.
Little
Because-
Delilah Jean's coming on the podcast.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
And they're in a lot of my real estate videos too.
Yeah.
I
That's
mean,
so-
they're like my
that's so
little
cute.
models. I made them. They jumped in the pool.
Yeah.
They're in the video
Yeah.
for like the $23.5 million listing.
Yeah.
They had no idea how cold it was. They're holding hands, running, jumping in. They're like,
It's a cold plunge.
"Don't plunge." I'm like, sorry. I mean, and so it's just fun to incorporate them.
Yeah.
But also, I want them to learn this.
Yeah.
You know, and like they play Fortnite and video games, do all this stuff, and they have their own little YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I want them to learn how to edit. I mean, it's a
Right.
huge skill.
Absolutely.
This is a real job.
Yep.
So, I mean, 10 and 7, yeah. And people are like, oh, they can't be on and doing these things. I'm like, no.
They're
They
gonna be
need to
experts.
Learn.
They're gonna be
need-
experts.
Yeah, they're going to be my interns.
So, 100%.
Yeah.
Because Ed Milet or any of those guys, like self development.
Oh, of course.
Ed Milet's caught, not taught. So they're
Come
gonna
on.
they're gonna do what Mama does.
Yeah,
So
of
just keep
course.
winning, so they'll become winners.
Yeah, and my husband, he's great on there. People love seeing
Yeah,
Clark
that's so good.
on the trends.
That's so good for them. Like,
Yeah.
we take so Nadia and I take Delilah to the gym with us. So only time we can because we have we
Yeah.
go to I wouldn't call it boutique. Yeah, it's like a boutique gym. So and it's my friend's gym. So we go there and we just have her with us, and it's not easy, but she's literally growing up in a gym. Like,
But you'll see, that's so like my parents are
do you
healthy.
see you know what I mean?
Look at them. They're
exactly.
working. Yeah.
So that's what I'm loving about it right now.
Oh,
being a dad right now.
being a
but
dad.
but I can't wait to get her in the seat and get her on my videos. I think that's gonna be fun.
I think it's very positive.
Yeah, amazing. What else is working right now on social media for you?
So the reels are working.
Yeah.
And
But like what specifically? Like the trend reels or?
the trend reels work really well.
Yeah.
And we've even just kind of decided to, actually what we decided is we were posting 6 days a week and always on stories.
100%.
And we're trying to move back to maybe like 4 to 5 days a week.
Okay.
And like really solid content, but less.
Better, but less.
Better, but yes. And even when we post like a listing and like even the stagnant photos, we're not doing that quite as much.
Sure.
We're putting the stagnant photos in a reel.
Sweet. I like
with
that.
trending.
Because you want to just get that real reach.
Yeah, the reach, but also just make it a little more interesting, kind of
Add some music.
faster. Yeah, with the music. And so I think that's been working. The TikToks, we're doing a lot of the trends.
Do you post your content both places when you make a video? Like
No.
so they're native to.
Oh, it's different.
Yeah.
And then usually it's funny because the ones that work on TikTok, the trends that get like the most, like if something has like 25,000 views or what, then we're like, oh, okay, that will probably translate well.
Only
on
the ones that do
Insta.
very well. Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
cool.
kind of we kind of do it a little opposite.
Are you on YouTube at all right now?
So we're on YouTube, but we have made a conscious decision that we're not going to be doing like the whole long form and all of it.
Yes,
because it's I would have to hire another person.
Yeah,
because
it's a lot.
it's
well, we're doing it right now. You're seeing like just how much I'm putting into like.
Yeah.
Like you texted me, I'll be there 10:30. I was like.
Yeah.
Like, oh
You're
no,
like,
I need
no,
you
yeah.
11:30. I need a
Yeah.
half an hour to set up. Like, no way.
Yeah, and we did it, and this worked out perfect. But it's more of like with YouTube, unless I'm ready
Sure.
to commit to
Yep.
doing like long house
Some kind of-
tours.
yeah.
Because I have one I think on there that has like 26,000 views. I did like a home tour of a bigger house, and
Yeah.
I could put that on. Obviously, I'll put my new
What about like
listing up
every time
there.
you get a listing? And like, what if you built it into your marketing so it's not so?
Well, we have those up.
Yeah.
But it's like you have to have
like-
a strategy.
Yeah, I think like okay, so things I've seen before is like people make like a film out of the listing. So something like a $26 million or 23 and a half, like use some of the budget to make like a legit movie, like entertaining movie or music video from the house. And then like obviously put yourself in it because
Oh, yeah,
your
well,
house,
I'm in
like
all
your
of them,
listing,
yeah.
and then post it because that would be a very unique long form. And I know of a guy doing this.
Oh yeah, that's doing like a long.
In
Like a movie
southern,
video?
somewhere southern. Yeah, they're just on those really high end listings. They're
Yeah.
doing like film crew type music
Oh, wow.
videos / shorts.
Music video?
or short
Yeah.
like a short film.
Oh wow.
And they're just showcasing the house in that way. And I was like, brilliant.
Yeah.
It's so like I think there's ways you can build it into your marketing but it's like you said.
But you have to
how the
decide.
how
it's
the-
like
yeah.
it's like okay, so that will just take you away from other,
it's gonna take time.
because I spend hours on the phone
Yeah.
with my team.
Yeah.
I mean, we are talking constantly, and it's
Yeah.
my favorite thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I love that part of it.
100%.
Yeah.
How much time do you spend on content right now?
We do 2 days a week that we meet up.
Okay.
And we,
That's an investment.
yeah.
That's a
and we're
time
constantly-
investment. Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot.
That's good, though.
So it was just like, okay, if we're going to really do YouTube, like Graham,
Graham Stephan.
Yeah. Or actually, I was the listing agent. What the house he bought?
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's so crazy.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was nice to meet him.
That's cool.
And then so if him or like Ennis that that does that's their business.
Right.
That's what they've made
Right. Yes,
their
yes, yes,
business,
yes.
which I love and I praise them and but we really spent about 8 hours, like a whole content day, and we were looking at it all and we're like, okay, are we going to just do YouTube?
Yeah.
Or are we just going to, so we'll put them up, but it's just not like the everyday
Yeah.
focus, like, Mr. Beast and all the
Yeah.
ones that the kids watch. And,
Yep.
but I still obviously want to put it out there, but it's just not like the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we're kind of focusing, I feel like, more on TikTok.
Love
Yeah,
it.
growing that.
TikTok's a great place to be.
Yeah. We're doing,
Yeah.
I mean, we're doing that. And then obviously Instagram, because I actually get clients.
Yeah, I feel like Instagram is home.
Yeah. Home.
And
Totally.
TikTok is like I'm on a little vacation, and for us, YouTube's like a little vacation as well.
Yeah.
YouTube is like so the podcast was just for YouTube. I was like, I need some long form, and then
Okay. So that's how you're doing yours.
and then I needed long form, and I was like, this is an easy hour, and then and a fun hour, and I
Yeah,
get to
fun.
meet and talk to cool people like we're here today.
Exactly.
Like,
This has been so fun.
yeah, like shamelessly, I DM'd you to like work with you, and you're like, oh no, I got that like locked, and then you're like, oh, but what about the podcast? Like,
I'm like,
what
about your
what about the
podcast?
You
Yeah.
should come on the podcast.
Well, because I have my, like the team that I've had in place for
Yeah.
a long time, but I'm always happy to
You crush
chat and talk. It's like fun to
Yes, and this was cool,
explore.
just that we got to hang out and talk.
Yes, exactly.
But okay, so then check this out. So
Yeah.
then we do this, 45. It's been 48 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
and this will cut down to like 25, maybe 30
Mm-hmm.
short form clips, and then we're posting 3 times a day on YouTube and TikTok.
Oh, you post them?
Yeah, so So the
Oh.
shorts go out 3 times a day on YouTube and TikTok every day, and I have.
Okay, but maybe then you'll send them, and then
Oh no, you can post whatever you want.
But you'll tell me which ones you
So,
think perform the best.
I will, and then we can look at it together, and then I'll co-post
Yeah, we'll
whatever's
look at-
best.
yeah.
So then, the other cool thing is on YouTube, that's the only account that there's like I can see predictability. Like I can see like
Oh,
for
yeah.
every 2 videos I post, gotta get this right. For every I get a whatever amount of videos I post, I have half that in subscriptions. So I just started. So
Oh, wow.
we're 3 months in.
Okay.
I have 208 videos posted and 120 subscribers.
Okay, got
So
it.
I'm like,
Oh,
cool.
it's like 2 to
I'm like,
1.
how do
Oh my
we
God.
post 100,000 videos next year? That's like where my head's at.
Wow.
Because
that's kind of how you.
I mean, because I'm like, so I need to do. I think I would need to do like 3 a week, 3 podcasts.
Okay, 3 a week to get them.
Which technically is doable. Like, think about
Yeah.
it. If this was set up, you come in, like we hang out for a bit, you go. The next
Yeah,
person
3 a
comes-
week. You could do 3 in a day.
That's
you
what
could
I'm
just
saying.
Stay here.
That's
and
what I'm
then-
saying.
Yeah.
And then just manufacture it.
Yeah.
Because I think that's what's going to happen. And then I'm going to have to hire a specific YouTube content producer.
Exactly.
So, but it's all in the works.
But so that's like what we've been talking about, and I just had this big talk with Natalie.
Yeah.
And Morgan, my other assistant, and then I have to tell you about Katie. Katie's my best friend.
Aw.
She was on Shark Tank with me.
Oh, really?
And now she's my assistant.
Aw.
And
That's like the best, though.
Yeah. Oh, but she's like sister.
She's got your back 100%.
Oh
You
my God.
need that.
I
You
love
need that
her
in
more
business.
than anything.
My
Oh
best friend's my
God.
business partner.
It's
You
so
like
sweet.
need that
Yes,
person to
it's
look
like
out
the
for you
trust,
because they
the
know you
love.
more than just the
Oh my
business
God.
side.
She knows me. We're both sober, and she's known me from the beginning. And so, anyway, it's so close. But she started as my gift assistant. I literally, her job
Assistant
is
gifts.
giving gifts to my clients and like client concierge and all that. Anyway, so what we were having this meeting though, because I get so distracted because
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with social media.
Yeah.
And like I'm a marketing
Yeah.
like freak. You
Yeah.
know, that was my major. I'm like always marketing. And I'm like, we need a TikTok shop. We
Yep.
need it's like
What are you gonna sell?
What am I doing?
Wait, no, it's in you though.
But I'm like a freak, and they're like, "Girl, you need to relax." So, but I do have a real estate course, so that's really good. So
that's what you wanted to sell on the TikTok shop?
Well, but you can't sell in a TikTok shop.
You can't sell courses on the TikTok shop?
No,
It's got to be physical products.
It's like products that you send out.
That makes sense.
But like but it's been weird because I like have this great course, and then I won't market it. I'm like, what am I doing?
Self-sabotage.
I know. I'm like, what? I have a great track record. Look how well, like I have a lot to share
Yeah.
and say. And people have found me and been like, oh no, I want to talk to you and get mentorship or,
Yeah.
and then I'm like, no, I'm like shy about, but then my sponsor, I talked to her this week.
Yeah.
Okay. So my sponsor, Amanda,
Yeah.
she does not, excuse me, she's not around.
Yeah.
Okay. She is so hardcore. When we started working together, I would be like, "Rah, rah, 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 rah," crying and like,
Yeah.
oh, Clark does this. And I'd be like, hello? She'd just hang up on me. She's like, no,
Not today.
No, never. And so it's been the best thing for me. And she was just like, I can't believe you're not selling your course. Like,
Right.
what is wrong with you? Like multiple streams.
Right.
Right? But I don't know. That's been kind of a struggle back and forth for me. I'm just being
And why though?
super honest.
But why?
Yeah, because it's like I sell real estate. I don't want people to think that I'm like taking away. Oh, that was another thing. It was like when I started, I wanted to be very serious. That's why I didn't post a lot about my kids. I didn't want people to be like, oh my gosh, she's a busy mom. I
Right.
can't bother her.
Right.
Now I'm like, oh no. It's,
All the above.
It's kids.
People
it's
want
team,
realness,
it's-
so whatever,
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
perfect.
I'm so authentic.
Yeah.
It is like too much. I'll tell everybody everything. It's like I am a beyond open book. Like
Got it.
yeah. But it's just. I don't know. So that I'm just keeping it real with you here. That's
Yeah.
been like a weird thing. So I'm gonna like cut up parts of my course
Yep.
and we're gonna put it on
Yeah.
TikTok.
Yeah.
But it's it's strange for me. I don't know why. Like selling something.
Selling the real estate's fine, but selling yourself's a little bit.
Yeah, it's
or
like
selling something you made is like.
Yeah, it's something I made, meaning like I just don't want my clients that I sell their homes to ever think that I'm like taking away time from them.
That's
something.
funny. Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
No, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. But you know what? I don't think you have to worry about that because I think it's transparent in your like interactions, which.
Yeah.
But I think internally there's always a dialogue.
Yes, and I know. So maybe this is my therapy session with you.
Yeah, I know.
Therapy with Ricky, and we're just getting it out.
Welcome to the show. Therapy with Ricky.
We're just getting it out
Yeah.
and saying, okay, so this is me saying then 2024. Oh, my motto, more in 24.
More in 24.
More in 2024.
And you heard it here first. You're going to start selling the course.
Yes, you
Okay.
heard it here first. It's really good. It's like really helpful of how I became a 7-figure agent in, I think, 4 years.
That's
within
incredible.
4 years, I was already doing that.
Incredible.
So I have a lot to share.
Yeah, you
and
do.
then you can call me or DM me, and I'm very open. You can tell I'm like very.
No, you crush
Personable.
it. But
Yeah,
that's
well-
why you're successful.
Well,
Like, you're just a real human.
But I really love people. I'm like, that's like my favorite part.
That's your jam.
That was a real reason too about like the shimmy.
Yeah.
Is it was really lonely. I didn't want to sell that anymore.
Yeah.
Because it's just like you think, oh, a brand and a product line. It's like not fun.
No, yeah. It's
No.
like it's like you on your own.
No.
Not,
Oh, this is when I knew I had to quit. Is when I would get an order and I'd be like, damn it. I'd be mad that somebody ordered and
because you
sent
had
me
to
money.
fulfill it.
Yeah, because I had
Oh,
to go
man.
do something about. My husband's like, "You are done."
You gotta get rid of this.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, but now when I get a referral or a call, I'm never like, "Darn it!"
No,
know,
you're
I'm
like, let's go.
Yeah,
Oh, you're
let's
doing
go.
something you're excited about.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
just the difference.
Yeah, and we'll do everything too. It's not like I'm like. That's why I want to make sure people hear. It's like I'm not only just selling $23 million listings. I mean, it's like it's everything. We'll do leases, we do condos, we do all sorts of things because I want to make sure that I think that luxury is more of a service
Yeah.
and like a feeling versus it's not just a price point.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's just how you treat people, and I just want everybody to be treated the same because those people, like my first lease I ever did, they
Yeah.
turned into a $2.5 million
Yeah.
sale, and
you
they're
weren't
my friends.
Yeah, you weren't trying to do the sale. You were just trying to be a good person to your friends.
Yes, yeah, and then they lived there for
It's
4
reciprocity.
years. It was great. Yeah, it was so fun, and yeah, so that's kind of how we've done things. And you stay in touch. I'm really good at staying in touch. We
Yeah.
do these home anniversaries.
Yeah.
So I send every year that you've bought a house from me, even if it was 6 years ago, whatever, you get a present on that day. I was like,
That's
thank
amazing.
you.
That's super cool.
Yeah, it was like so fun. Like this past year was a homemade apple pie.
Oh,
It was like really sweet. And this
damn.
year we're doing fancy gifts, and yeah, it's just like a thank you.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's smart though.
But staying in touch. And then I do this huge event. It's called Wilder Winter Wonderland. And I have this huge party. You have to come. And we had over 400 people this year, and we have real snow and sledding. And it was like it's like a festival.
That's wild.
It's just, and it's all for free. Because some of the kids are like, do I need, how much is it for that? I'm like, no. What do you mean? This is all free.
Yeah.
I rent out like tumbleweed camp. It's so
That's
fun.
so cool.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
So it's just like a thank you.
Yeah.
I just want my clients to know I love
You
them
love
and
them,
appreciate
yeah.
them. And there's so many options of real estate agents.
Yeah.
And like I care, and I'm going to stay in
This
touch.
is one of the reasons you're like,
Yeah.
I actually care, and here I'm going to show you doing these things.
yeah, and
actions.
and I'm going to invite you and to things and see you. So I promise you, I can't sell you like a bad house because I'm going to have to see you again.
Right.
This is not like a one and done.
For sure.
So
Reputation.
yeah, it's
There's
like,
a lot. There's a
I
lot
wanna-
of different components.
I want to make sure you love your house.
Yeah.
And so
That's awesome.
yeah, it's good.
Well, there you have it, everybody.
Ah!
Shelton Wilder.
Here we go.
Okay,
2024.
Let's go.